All right. What kind of ghost scares you the most? So, e.g., a little girl ghost, a man, a woman. If you see a ghost story,
I think a little girl.
Little girl.
Anything with a mask on.
Freddy Krueger.
I don't know.
Something that's
I
like
think
got
that.
a bit of juxtaposition going on, so it's like should be really innocent and sweet, but it's actually terrifying.
The creepy bride in Insidious.
in Insidious, yeah, that's quite scary.
I tell you what scared me, it's slightly ghosty. You know Corpse Bride?
Yeah.
Those two, both of them freaked me out.
Yeah, it's a scary, freaky film,
It's like
isn't it?
Coraline's
Oh
creepy.
man, that.
They're at like and also like with the different kind of sexes of ghosts. So like a male ghost would have an example of one off the top of my head was that there was a serial killer, and because of his like the fact that he killed loads of people, he's not allowed to go to heaven or whatever. And so he like haunts the area that he's in. That's different from like a little girl, isn't it?
I think female ghosts are scarier than male.
I feel like female ghosts are scarier
I
than
think they're
male.
more delicate, so they're the ones who like wait in the corner of the rooms and they're just there to freak
A
out.
little
And the
girl
male
with like a
ones,
teddy
they're
bear,
to
isn't it? Like
control
with a
her.
raggedy dress. All right,
Yeah,
perfect.
women ghosts seem to get like really up close when the person moves their torchbearer and moves it.
Yeah, they're like really like in your face, and the male ones just
What's your favourite gothic horror film?
The Amityville Horror, that was the other one I was going to say.
insidious.
What's
The Woman in
gothic
Black.
horror?
Yeah, probably does.
I haven't seen any gothic.
Why was it your favourite? Why were they your favourite horror films? Like gothic horror, sorry.
Because they're based on a true story,
Yeah.
and they're just quite scary. They're quite realistic. So they have like real life situations, but made into.
And they're
I
kind of
think-
like generic ghost stories, but more's happening in the actual
Ghosts
plotline.
are like always scary because you don't know if they actually exist or not.
Alright, perfect. What time periods do you find more unsettling for a ghost story to be set in?
Modern times.
Now.
Victorian days.
Now,
I think
because
after.
now you then feel like, oh, it could actually happen.
Yeah,
today.
like you can relate to it.
Yeah,
I think
because
both.
I think
both.
I think it's less scary for modern day because you kind of know like, oh, that won't happen.
No,
I
but
think-
But at the same time, they've got.
I feel like
technology.
Victorians
I
are-
think
yeah.
from the 60s onwards is the scary one.
I think like Victorian.
Or
times.
like
But Victorian times are scary because they don't have any.
The reason why I
Is this
feel
just
like
for the setting of them, or is it the actual?
well, that, no, for the actual like yeah, so I find that Victorian is more scary because you know he'll be walking down a corridor with a candle. Like horror films in modern day, you can literally just switch off a light, switch on a light, which it has its own it's scary in its own like right because you can switch on the light and nothing's there, switch off and something is there. But having like a candle walking down a corridor is quite scary.
Yeah,
But
it's
like-
like temperamental because the light was
But like, what's the film? And he's looking at the photo of the guy, and you know when he's using.
Sinister.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
sinister.
Sinister.
That-
That's quite good. So the
like-
general
But
consensus
That's using
is
like old-fashioned technology.
Actually, the scariest one I see was The Conjuring, and that was
that was like
Using
70s.
Yeah, that was
old-fashioned
like
technology,
70s.
but in a modern.
All right, hands up for Victorian. Hands up for modern day.
I'm kind of halfway. But
You're kind of halfway. All right, that's good.
They've
All right, the main
moved into a
the main hero of the story. What do you find is more like unconventional, a man or a woman?
Wait, what's that again?
So like the hero of a horror film,
Yeah.
like someone or the victim or someone who's being haunted. Who do you think it's more like? What do you think is more conventional, having a man or a woman?
Woman.
Woman.
if they're in the position of the hero, a man is more conventional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Wait, was it
The
conventional?
hero.
Yeah. What's more conventional in like for someone being haunted? Is it like a man or a woman? Like who?
Woman.
Oh,
To be
I think
haunted
to
is
be
a woman
haunted is a
being
woman,
haunted.
but to be the
Yeah.
hero is a man.
Or like
awesome.